everybody, it's Dietitian Becky with 310 Nutrition. Today I want to talk to you about my grocery haul. So we just got back from the store and I wanted to show you a couple of the things that I got. Things that are staples around my house and things that I think are super important just to have on hand to be part of our healthy diet, probably yours too. These are just some suggestions. Also, what you need to know is these were purchased at a regular grocery store and a couple were purchased at a big box stores, warehouse stores. So you can always find most of these even in smaller sizes at the smaller stores so that they're all available to you probably wherever you shop, hopefully. So first of all, I want to talk today about the grains. This is probably, you can tell we already kind of broke into it. Sprouted bread, total staple in my house, mainly because it's a whole grain. Like we need to eat more whole grains, correct? It's then sprouted, which means the seeds have been soaked, and that enables the nutrients to be more bioavailable to us, that it's just kind of already started the process of breaking them down a little bit. It's just a little bit easier for us to digest. Some people who have a hard time with gluten can actually tolerate these sprouted grains better. They come in all different kinds of brands, so it's not necessarily this brand, it's any kind of brand sprouted bread, and I like to get the thinner ones so that I get the thinner slices. I don't need the big, huge slices. These just came in thinner slices. I happened to find them. I wasn't looking for them, but I'm always gonna get those now. So the next thing is you have to have some easy stuff, right? You see this? This is kind of my go-to for like when people are over or I need to make something really quick, like pancakes or muffins or breads. This is just basically like a Bisquick with protein powder in it. So it's just, you could probably make your own with our unflavored protein powder as well. I haven't done that yet. It's probably something I need to do. But this is just great to have on hand if you want to make protein pancakes or muffins or waffles, or you have guests in town, or you just want a healthy whole grain pancake yourself. I always have this because it's just easy. Now these are something new I found. They are sprouted rolled oats. I love oats. I'm not great at the overnight oats, but I do love making a good thing of regular oatmeal. And what I'll do is I will take them and use them the next day in my shakes. Like I'll use the actually cooked oats in my shakes, which I know sounds crazy, but I do weird stuff. And it's made them so good, just a little bit. And when I eat oatmeal, I'll make a bigger batch and then save it either for the next day or for my shakes. But in whole grains, just so good. Time and time again, they've proven oats are so good for you. You don't want to eat like 2 bowls, but like a smaller serving is fabulous. Good soluble fiber, helps with digestion, helps with your gut bacteria. It's a good thing. Okay, so then of course quinoa. We love quinoa. Quinoa is great because it's a complete protein in a plant source. And it's kind of hard to find those complete proteins that have all the essential amino acids in a plant-based source. It's kind of like our shakes. It's like our shakes are. But this is quinoa and I love it. I made a big batch this weekend and I keep it and use it all week long. It's a really interesting tasting grain if you haven't had it. Sometimes people mix it with whole grain rice. If you mix it with whole grain rice, that's fine too. Or you can buy the quinoa blends. Just make sure you're getting more quinoa than anything else because it's such a great grain. Now this is another one of my favorites. Well, these are all my favorites. I keep saying that. Sorry, bone broth. If you haven't seen my video on bone broth, you should. It's a super short video, but bone broth I love. Now there are lots of different brands. You can decide which one you like best. As long as it's organic, that's the key to me. I always add my own spices, my own seasonings, my own turmeric and butter or whatever, MCT oil, whatever you want to add. It's just great. It helps with appetite. It helps give you the extra protein, helps to give you that collagen, all the good stuff that are in the bones. It differs from traditional stock or traditional broth because it's not, these are the bones. They like take the bones and soak them. So you get all the good stuff in the marrow, which, people have been doing that for hundreds of thousands of years, eating bone marrow. So I keep this, I usually have it in the afternoon, particularly when it's colder, or sometimes I'll use it for other things as well. Also with bone broth, when I don't have it on hand, this is just something I wanted to show you. I did not get this today, but I keep it on hand. It is just like a bouillon substitute. I think it's super important when you're trying to get people to eat vegetables or give more flavor to your foods that you can use the bone broth. But if you don't, I keep this in the fridge and it really adds flavor to the vegetables, especially with people who don't like them as much. It just gives a little more flavor. I add it to lots of stuff actually. Okay, pasta, everybody's favorite. So these are Wonder Noodles. Have you guys heard of these? These I actually got through an online service, but you can get them in the store too. They are basically all soluble fiber. They come from the root of a Japanese plant. Shiraki is the name of these noodles. I think I may have said it wrong. We just call them Wonder Noodles, and they're all fiber. So they're fabulous. They have lots of science behind them that says, you know, they help with delayed gastric emptying, they help keep you satisfied, they help feed your gut bacteria because they're soluble fiber. They're just great, and they're like 0 calories, and I love them. Now I always add protein, like my chicken and my veggies to them, and this serves about 2. This serves about 2 of me, 2 of the average person. Protein pasta, my go-to. Although it doesn't have that much more protein than normal pasta, I love it because it does have a little bit more. You can also get the chickpea or the lentil or any of those. I always try to get the high protein pasta. There you go. On to snacks. Okay, so these I broke into today. They're good. Almonds, you don't have to get the flavored. The flavored obviously has some extra sodium, a little bit, but almonds are so great. You can get the boiled, you can get whatever. I like the flavored because a lot of times when we're trying to change our diet and we're trying to eat healthier, we still like that, we still have those cravings, and the flavored gives you that little bit of like flavor, right? So you kind of feel like you're eating something bad, but you're not, because it's just tasty. It's just tasty and healthy. So just watch your serving. These can add up quickly. We don't want to get handfuls of nuts. We just want a serving, 1 ounce or ½ an ounce, whatever works for you or whatever works into your diet plan. Also along with the almonds are the dates. I love grabbing a couple of these. I keep them on hand for baking or just for nibbling. I throw them in with my almonds if I just need a little sweet and salty snack in the afternoon, as opposed to getting one of those really sugary bars that are out there. This is pretty much perfect. Few of these, and you're good to go. Okay, peanut butter. Let's see this. So I always get peanut and almond butter. Almonds are just a little more nutritious than peanuts. That's why we say, you always hear people going towards the almonds and the almond butter. A little bit more nutrients, a little bit different kind of the fat, a little more monounsaturated fat if you watch my fat video. Peanut butter is great too though. I always just make sure they're ground peanuts. And make sure when you're looking at these, some of those nut butters, not so good. A lot of them are a lot of sugar. Just because it says nut butter doesn't mean it's healthy. So I like to keep those on hand. You keep them in your smoothies. Like you said, just have them as snacks. Okay, let's move on to fruits. This is my favorite. I'm not a huge fruit person. We're just not for some reason. But when I do, I always make myself get the berries because berries are low glycemic, especially blackberries and blueberries. And I know you've heard of these. I try to, when they're in season, I try to get them fresh. And if I'm not able to eat them, I throw them in the freezer and then freeze them and use them in smoothies. But a tip is I keep these washed on the counter and just for snacks to grab. My husband grabs them, my kids grab them, they're just great. Lots of antioxidants, really good fiber, low glycemic index, which means it doesn't spike your blood sugars. We've had the whole fruit sugar thing. They all have sugar, but these are a little bit lower, and fruit's so good for you anyway. Eat it. Okay, let's see what's next. Veggies, of course, I love my peppers. I always use the rainbow, right? I always try to get the rainbow. But when it comes to veggies, they can be kind of hard to prepare, right? Who has time to chop? So I try to get them and prep them at the beginning of the week. I'll get like peppers and carrots, or I'll do like this, these shredded. These are huge. I could do the shredded bag of carrots, or I'll do carrots, and I just showed you in a little example. I cut my carrots up and keep them like this, and then I dish them out to my kids or myself. For salads, always keep a bag of this on hand. I get the one, I look in the ingredients and make sure it has kale. This has kale, cauliflower, broccoli. It has a variety of really green, good lettuces. And I'll take it and then I'll mix it with these, just the baby spinach mix. I love baby spinach. I buy this all the time. I keep it, I use it in salads. I'll mix them together. Or I will freeze it in the bag. I'll take out this and put it in a big green bag, freeze it, squish it, and put it in my smoothies. So it's so great. And then you can even just throw it in the morning in a pan and then saute it and put some eggs in it. You don't have to pay attention to it. Spinach is so good. I like to alternate between spinach and kale just because you should do that. You won't get stuck on just one really good green. You want to change it up, right? When it comes to potatoes, yes, I love potatoes. But the key is, I like these little teeny ones because then I can just make them up and then just grab 3 if it's just me, or if it's me and a whole family, I'll make a bunch of them. They're just great little bite-sized potatoes that help you with portion control. That's why I get the little smaller potatoes. I also love sweet potatoes. They're fantastic. I do the same with sweet potatoes. I cut them into little pieces and then roast them. So I'm not eating the whole sweet potato because I can. I mean, if you want to, you can. It's a great, great nutrient-packed vegetable. But if you would rather just eat half, you can cut it and roast it. They're just so, so good for you. They're part of the slow digestible, low carb spike fruits. Vegetables. I just love these. So, cottage cheese. It's my go-to for protein. I try to get these little containers when I can find them because they're easy and we're all busy people. So I can grab it and take it with me. Or if you can't, you can get the bigger containers as well. This little booger has like 15 grams of protein, which is fantastic. It's like a protein bar. So I like to keep these on hand. I also do the Greek yogurt, but I didn't have that now. They're in the fridge, but I got the big one. I use Greek yogurt not only to eat, I'll get the smaller containers. I use it in cooking all the time. I use it as a substitute for sour cream. I don't even buy sour cream. So Greek yogurt is just awesome. It's just milk that's strained differently than regular yogurt. It has higher protein content, but you can use it, like I said, like sour cream. If I'm gonna make my gluten-free sour cream coffee cake, I use this. It's super good. So plus it's calcium. We all need calcium. We all need protein. I know some people are non-dairy and that's fine too, but I'm not. So I like to buy the yogurts and the cottage cheeses, and they're good. We need more protein. Let me show you my trick. I just found these. Everybody needs a little go-to that's healthy that you don't have to prepare. I didn't show you my meats and I always have salmon and grass-fed beef and chicken, free-range chicken. I get those from different places. I didn't need to pull those out. Those are kind of my staple items. This was kind of my weekly go-to when I go get weekly groceries, because usually those I get them every couple weeks. But this is a nice, quick item. When you're in the store, whether it's the big box stores, sometimes have more variety, take your time. Look around through those frozen sections if you get a chance. There's some good finds that are healthy. This is one I found. It's just onion, cheddar cheese, and chicken burgers. So we're gonna try these, let you know how they are. Also, I know these are good. Not to tout that, but these are more snack, kid-friendly, bite-sized items. I like to have stuff for my kids when they're home or if we're watching games. You want to have stuff that's healthy that you can look on the back. It has 0 added sugars, has some fiber, all veggies in a tot. I can throw it in the air fryer. Voila. So we had some easy items. We had some grains, we had some pastas, we had veggies, we have dairy. Oh, forgot. Avocado. These are staple. Get them every week. The problem is, you guys, they go bad. Did you ever notice that? They go bad so quick. Tip of the day, freeze them. You probably already know this. I take them and I put them in ice cube containers and then I freeze them. I do that with everything. Even with my spinach sometimes. If people cook it, you can cook it up and then put it in those little containers so it makes your drink thicker. But avocados are the bomb diggity. They have good monounsaturated fats. They're good for you. You can put it in your smoothie. You can eat them. I mix them with my eggs. Eggs, I forgot to tell you about that. Eggs. Wait a second. I do have my eggs. And then I also have, you're getting to see the inside of my thing. One more thing I forgot to pull out. I got these. Sorry. Are the best thing. So we eat lots of eggs around here. Every week I get about a dozen. We go through 1 to 2 dozen a week. I will try to hard boil them or Instapot them. When I can't, these are the best thing. Find them. You can buy a bag of them. You can buy them organic, not organic, that's your call. But 2 of these has like 15 grams of protein, kind of like this. They're just great snacks and they hold you over between meals. Or if you're in a hurry for breakfast, grab these, grab some of your sprouted bread, take them to work with you, put them together and eat them. And I use avocado. What made me think of it is avocado. I use this like egg salad, but instead of mayonnaise, I use avocado. So I think that's it. I know I talk kind of fast sometimes. This is just kind of a good idea of what I get weekly or so, and then a couple, like these are staples. But then in addition to some healthy protein, some lean protein, we also do a couple meatless meals a week. It's just some great information for you all to see what kind of things I get, what kind of healthy items there are available to you. Like I said, in your store, maybe in smaller sizes, or in the bigger chains. Most of the stuff is all available. I think the only thing that wasn't was the Wonder Noodles, and I really think you can get these in the regular store. I bought them online, but if you guys have any questions, always reach out. I'm here, we're all here at 310, and we love to chat with you. And if you have any suggestions, just go ahead and let us know. We would love to hear about your healthy grocery hauls.